Hey man, where's the license plate? Oh, man. It's been ripped off. That ain't good. Alright, what's happening everybody? Welcome to my channel, live Sunday from Myrtle Beach. Beautiful down here this evening. Nice beautiful sunset almost, I guess. It's getting close to being a sunset, I would say. What's up, Center? Getting close. Not too much longer, the sun will be down completely. And let me tell you, spring break has officially started for this area. And I'm gonna tell you what's the truth. I passed a lot of traffic. Amazingly, hey Richard Smith, how you doing, man? Amazing, there goes them helicopter rides again. See there? Man, he's moving too. And a lot of traffic coming out of the beach, but just as much coming into the beach. Golly, man, it's a lot. So spring break has officially started, like I said. I just hope I get to run every day this week. I'm hoping that it's you know, like I said, sometimes they might only get one load coming down here, like when school's going to be out. So if they only have one load coming, the other guy, he'll bring it. I'll be sitting at home. But you know, I think last year, if I'm not mistaken, last year I ran every day on the spring break. So maybe I get lucky again this time. Let's get in the truck. Get some AC. It doesn't feel that bad out here. Doesn't feel that bad, but feels even better in here. Got the AC going, man. It's nice and comfy. Let's see if we can fix this. Get y'all set up right there. How about that? Awesome, man. So yeah, cut these four-ways off. So if anybody is friends with me on Facebook, they probably saw what I posted yesterday. I put a split picture, one of the George Lynch LTD, I want to say that's what it was, yeah, Kamikaze, and the other was a Epiphone Flying V. I want to say it says a 58 Corona Flying V. I don't know, something like that. And to my surprise, Center says Lynch. Oh yeah, I love that guitar. Now let me say this first. I'm not buying a guitar. I was putting it on there if I were able to get one. That's the two that I'd be trying to decide, you know. But as of right now, I'm not buying a guitar. But I like to get other people's input as well. And you know what? I had a lot of people ask me, and I really didn't pay attention to it until it was brought to my attention by like Mully and a few other people that commented. Excuse me. They said, is it an ESP or is it an LTD? I was like, hell, I don't know. So I went and looked back at the description on AmericanMusical.com, and it says ESP space LTD. And so I believe it was Mully that brought it to my attention, saying LTD is like the same equivalent as Squier is to Fender, like a lower budget model or something like that. And Ron Pio, happy Easter to you too, my friend. Thank you for jumping in. So but that didn't, you know, that wouldn't sway my decision, because you know, I got two Epiphone guitars and they're fabulous, you know. So I do have a Flying V already. And one guy I can't remember who it was, commented that said a Flying V is good until you have to sit down to play it, which is true. Which I have a V, and you have to sit kind of awkwardly to. It just feels weird, you know. It can be done, but it just kind of, you gotta, I don't know, just. But I love that Epiphone 58 Corona V. It looks good. But the Lynch is something that I've always liked for years. I've always liked that guitar, and surprisingly, man, was cheap. I mean, I thought it'd be, maybe because it's an LTD, it's kind of a lower budget model. I'm guessing. That's just my guess. I don't know, but it was only $499. I was like, wow, that's fantastic. You know, $499 for a Lynch model, I guess, quote unquote. You know, I'm sure there was ones in the past that were probably, you know, ESPs that were more expensive. I want to say there was back in, you know, some years back, but I'm surprised those guitars are even still around. But George Lynch is still active. He's doing some stuff with what's that new group, KXXM, and he's got the singer from King's X. $4.99, Richard Smith, not bad. Yeah, it wasn't bad. That's what really got my attention. I was like, man, is that within my reach? Can I get that? You know, but it's pretty close. But I can't remember the guy's name that was the singer in King's X. Doug Pinnick or Pinup. I can't remember his name. Anyway, I've always loved his voice, and I've always liked King's X. So if you're not familiar with KXXM, that's a collaboration that George Lynch, the bass player / vocalist from King's X, and some other guy on drums. I can't remember who he's from, but they just released an album. So George Lynch is still doing stuff. It's kind of, I think it's just under the radar, you know, because music is yes, Ron. How do you say that? Pinnick. I can't. I don't know if I'm saying his last name right or not. I've always kind of tried. I was like, am I Pinnick? You know, I keep wanting to say picnic, but anyway, I love Doug's voice, man. I love his work. Awesome singer, awesome bass player, and so yeah, I think KXXM, which the music's gonna sound cool because you got the vocalist from King's X. George Lynch, we all know how amazing and kick-ass he is. So I need to check out that new album. But you know what? What's kind of sad is that music of that nature that comes out now is really overshadowed. It's just overlooked, except for people like us that are, you know, kind of in our age bracket, I believe. People I don't know, man. I guess because things have changed so much. But nevertheless, I still need to check it out. But yeah, for the Kamikaze model, the LTD, I was like $4.99. That's amazing. And that Flying V was Michael Smith, Brother Smith. He says, hello, everyone, and Happy Easter. Happy Easter to you, Mr. Smith. I hope you're doing well. I'm sure you're getting ready to head out for your big road trip for business. Man, I think Mr. Smith's going to be out for like 3 weeks out there on the road. My goodness. Be safe, Mr. Smith. But that Epiphone 58 Flying V, you know, I think it was like $520, $528. So you're looking at about just say a $30 difference from the V to the George Lynch Kamikaze. And so I like the Flying V because it looks cool. It's got gold hardware and it looks really cool. Mr. Smith says, yeah, I'll be packing my luggage in a while. Man, I know how you feel. I'm out here working on Easter. And so yeah, if I were able to get one, it would be the Lynch. It would be the Kamikaze if you know, if I was able to get that, which sadly I cannot. But if I had $500, I would go with the Kamikaze. It was really cool to see the people's comments on my Facebook last night on my Facebook page. I put the picture up there, and man, people were saying get the V. Then some people come on and say get the Kamikaze, and a lot of people said, like I said, is it an ESP or LTD? You know, I guess there is a big difference in price from an ESP or an LTD. That's what I took from it. And somebody just sent me a message before I went live. Who was it? Jim Nichols? Jim Nicholson? Nicholas? He said, hey, Joe, are you a George Lynch fan? He goes, that Kamikaze guitar looks cool. I was like, yeah, man. I've always liked that guitar. I know he had what, the Kamikaze and the Tiger Striped, and I've always liked the Kamikaze better. They had both of them on there on AmericanMusical.com. They had both, and they were both the same price. And I was like, I want to put that Tiger Stripe in my shopping cart, you know. So I put it in my shopping cart, and then I went to the next page, and they had the Kamikaze. Michael Smith says, the more that I thought about it, I had to refresh this. These comments fade so quick unless you touch the screen, it'll come back up. The more I thought about it, I would also go with the Lynch as well, Michael Smith says. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Yeah, I you know, like I said, I have a Flying V that my wife got me a long time ago, and I love that guitar. It's really cool. But, you know, and when I was in the, you know, back in the band days, I did play that guitar live a few times. It was cool to play it live. It's kind of got it's something you have to get used to, because a Flying V is really, it's unbalanced. It's, you know, if I was sitting there playing it and I just let go, it would go like this, like that. It would always do that. So it just took a little getting used to. It wasn't nothing real bad, but it was comfortable to play. I don't know. Michael Smith, especially since you already own a V, you should go with the Kamikaze. Yeah, I have one. And the thing about the V, here's a quick story about the V that I have. It's an Epiphone as well, and my wife got it from a music store in town. Just like moved across the street now. And Mike is himself. Happy Easter. Happy Easter to you too, Mr. Mike. Thank you for jumping in for this live chat, man. Thank you very much. On Easter Sunday, my wife got that Flying V at a music store. It was used, and it had a Floyd Rose on it, and so I guess I would play it here and there, and then I got in a band and I was playing it a little bit here and there because it was just cool I thought it was cool to have a V, you know. Never had one before. And one day and you know, of course, when I went to practice, that one particular practice, you always take a couple of guitars with you in case a string breaks. Same with a gig, you know, you always take more than one guitar so you have a backup, especially when you're your own guitar tech, you know. So I was sitting there at practice and I was doing a dive bomb or something, and all of a sudden the block and everything just broke on the hey Adam, happy Easter to you too, man. The block everything had broke, and I was like, oh man. So I just went ahead and fixed it where it still looks like you still see the Floyd Rose and all that, but I just went ahead and put some screws in it, drilled some screws and made it like a hardtail. You know, I wasn't worried about using the Floyd Rose on the V. I wasn't worried about that. So it still plays fantastic, you know. I was like, wow, plays great. So yeah, it would be the Lynch, the Kamikaze. It would be the LTD. If I were to get it, it would be that one. So it was just really cool to see people's input on my Facebook page last night. It went back and forth quite a bit, and then I finally went to sleep, and I glanced at it when I got up this morning. I was like, wow, you know. I was like, man. Because it would, I was kind of keeping score there for a few minutes, you know. People would say, hey, get the V. Hey, get the Kamikaze. And I was kind of keeping score, and it was like 4-1 in favor of the Flying V. And all of a sudden, some more comments came, and they were saying, get the Lynch model. Then it was tied, 4-4, and I was like, whoa. Then it went a little bit longer, then it got tied again. I was like, wow, this is interesting, you know. So I just thought that was pretty cool. I like to get people's input, you know, what would they do, you know, if they were going to do something like that, you know. So, but yeah, that was cool to look at. Let's see, Michael Smith says, we're all here to help confuse you as much as possible. Yeah, especially when there's two guitars on there that you really are interested in. It's funny, my sister-in-law in Florida, she commented, she goes, get both. It's like, yeah, right. So, man, isn't it amazing how you can put yourself so deep in the hole when it comes, if you like playing guitar and getting equipment and stuff? it can happen like that. It's like, golly, man. So it's just, it was funny. I was like, man. So yeah, it was cool to look at that. Do I need another guitar? No. Do I want another guitar? Absolutely. I don't think you ever stop wanting another guitar, especially when you're a guitar player. That never goes away, right? But what you want and what you need, that's two separate things, So no, I'm not ordering a guitar anytime soon. I just can't afford it. I'm strapped. Adam says, that old saying, how many guitars do you need? Just one more. You ain't kidding. I think that worked for me for a little while. and then it came to a stop, I just, I was like, wow, man. Micah himself says, I'm saving up for the EVH 5150. Wow. That's a good one to save up for, my friend. That's a beautiful guitar. I have the EVH striped model, red, white, and black stripes. And, but the 5150 is very similar. My wife, my wife says, my dad used to say, crap in one hand and wish in the other and see which one fills up the fastest. That's true. My dad said that a lot too. But yeah, the EVH 5150 is great. I think that goes for what? Center and I talked about that last week. Doesn't that guitar go for like, what, $1,400? Y'all correct me. Yes, I know, but I can't really say that on here. My wife says. $1,400. Yes, there we go. Buying new gear is a disease, but a good one to have. Yes, $1,400. Yeah, I think it's a fantastic looking guitar. It seems to me it's pretty much the same as the 5150 Stripe series. It just says 5150 on it, and the headstock has got that hockey stick or banana headstock. I think that's the only two differences there is, I believe. But $1,400, to me, that's a little steep. I could be wrong. There might be some more differences in the two, between the 5150 Stripe and the regular Stripe. It's the VH I grew up on, Mike himself. Oh, absolutely, me too, man. Me too, yeah. Adam says, I wonder how it plays comparing to the original 5150. I don't know. I guess we'll never know. I don't know. Michael Smith says, with time, the price will come down. It might. It very possibly might. It might could. Yeah. But if you're going to save up for an EVH model, that's the one to get. Center says, wait and buy a used 5150. He's laughing. Man, it's but we'll see. When I got my striped one, my EVH stripe, the red with the white and black, when I got it, I think it was like $900, maybe a little over $9. So, and it plays great, man. The neck on that thing is phenomenal. It's an awesome playing guitar. So I can only imagine the 5150 being just the same, or if not a little bit better. It's a great guitar. Adam Scheinberg says, I don't know, Michael Smith. The EVH pricing seems to stick. My Wolfgang is still the same price. Yeah, I guess it all, well, first of all, we're talking about EVH here. Eddie is he's putting his name on all this gear. It's good quality gear. It's nothing going to be wrong with it. Excuse me. How many people love Eddie Van Halen's guitar playing. I mean, I think we all do, you know. And of course, the proof is in the pudding, you know. I mean, look at all the gear that has EVH on it. Mike himself says, I have a few of those USA Charvels from 2008, 2010. Remember those? Great guitars, $800 new. Wait a minute. The Charvels, the USA Charvels, with the when they first come out with the striping pattern? Is that what you're talking about? Mike as himself? 800 new, because I remember if it's the USA Charvels, those things were those were like $2,000. Center says those were like $2,000. Those were like really high. Those were out for a while, I guess about. No, they were just Super Strats, Mike. Oh, okay. I'm not familiar with those. Okay, that's okay. Yeah, you got me on that one. I'm not familiar with that, but I do remember the USA Charvels. I was like, man, who was going to buy that? Those things were like $2,200. They was out for a while, not long, and then they were gone. Man, they were expensive. I was like, well, I'll never be able to get one of those. And then EVH came out with his own line, and it was affordable for that Stripe series, so I got one, you know. Okay, let's see. Four of them for $800 a piece. Mike himself says the USA Charvels are now $2,000. Wow, let's see. My goodness, let's see. I know, Adam, I try to buy used or scratch and dent most of the time. They play good as new, Michael Smith says. Yeah, you can get a great deal. Skeeter Killer Shane says, hey Joe, what's happening? What's up, Skeeter? How you doing, man? Happy Easter. Thank you for jumping on here. Adam wants to know, Joe, how much was your natural, the EVH All Natural? It was after taxes and stuff, Adam, it was like 1,100, like 1,120, something like that. That's how much it was. But it was you too, Skeeter. Happy Easter to you too, man. It was worth it though. I mean, that is my go-to guitar. That, of course, is the EVH Wolfgang Special, and then the vintage white, and then under that is my Stripe. And the reason I say that is because I like having the pickup options on the Wolfgang Special. If I want to go to a bluesy sound when I'm soloing or something, you can't do that on the Stripe. Center says I was rocking my bass today and did a rock star move, swung around and hit. Oh no! Swung around and hit the printer, sending it onto the floor. Oops! You better get your butt to Staples and get another printer for your wife. See that? Adam says that is a beautiful guitar. Thank you, Adam. It's gorgeous, man. I'm not just saying that because if nobody knows what I'm talking about, if you go back on my channel a pretty good ways, but I did a live unboxing video of that all natural EVH Wolfgang Special where I take it out of the box for the first time and talk about it. It's very cool to watch. Michael Smith says I have to run. Have a great rest of the Sunday. Happy Easter to all. God bless. You too, Mr. Smith. Thank you for hopping in here. Center says later, Michael. Michael himself says later, Joe. Have a good week. Thank you, Mike. Thank you for jumping in. Skeeter Killer Shane says, oh wow, caught up in the moment, Center. I think Center's practicing his rock moves for his upcoming charity gig. Which I understand. I mean, you don't want to just stand there and be real still, you know, and just, you know. You ever seen people do that? See ya, Adam. Fretz. I would love to buy more gear. Better just try the Friday's Hot Wings instead. Old Fretz, you got me tore up, man. Center says, yeah, getting ready for the gig. Yeah, man. Oh Lord. Yeah, those wings are excellent, man. I've had a couple people ask me what kind of wings do I like, so that's why I did that video. And you know, I just thought it was Pretty cool. Skeeter says he really got into the Guitar Hero game. Laugh out loud. Yeah, you got to be able to move around a little bit, man, if you want to be on stage doing a gig. Because how many times have you went and saw a gig or even a big name act or something? 90% of the time they're moving around doing something, you know, putting a little feel into what they're doing. I cannot stand to go watch a band and everybody is standing still and not moving. I can't stand that. It just, I'm like, really? It's like, I went and saw a band one time. And it was a big name country star. I won't say his name because, you know, I'm not saying nothing bad about him or anything like that, but they were playing at a major venue, big old concert, and him and his whole band just stood still the whole time. I was like, really? It was a country star, you know. I was like, really? I was like, man. But I didn't pay for the ticket, you know, so I wasn't, you know, wasn't no big deal to me. I wouldn't have spent money on that, no way. But I didn't buy the ticket, so what the heck? Wasn't no big deal, you know, but it was wild. Sean Killer Shane says that's like a comedian that don't laugh his whole show. Yeah. Yeah, if you move around a little bit, you know, or try to move around, it kind of, it gives a little personality, you know, in my opinion. I'm not saying you have to cut flips and hang off the light fixtures, you know, or skylights or whatever, you know, but I, personally, when I see guitar players moving around a lot, jumping around, and Eddie does that, well, you don't know more, he used to all the time. If you just look back at some of the concert footage of Eddie moving around, I was like, how the hell is he playing what how is he doing that while moving around like that? There's no way I could do that. I'd be hitting all kind of wrong notes, and I was like, man, talk about a good stage presence, man. So that's always baffled me. I don't know how they do that without, you know, I don't know. Still got a few minutes left and then we'll be out of here. Yeah, so I got down here before the other driver did. He'll be getting a trailer on the other side. I've already done this one, which when you switch out trailers, that's the one you want to do right there. It's the easiest to get to, easiest to move things around. Usually through the week he leaves me the one up front to do, which ain't no big deal. It's just a little bit more aggravating, but I got it covered. Ain't no big deal. Ain't no problem. So it is what it is. I'm just glad to be working and making a couple of dollars, man. Hopefully, if things go well, I'll be able to work all week. You know, since it's spring break down here, won't miss any time. Traffic's going to be rough, but I can deal with that. As long as I'm working and making my money, that's what it's all about, you know. Because the bills don't stop just because you stop. The bills don't, right? I think we all know that. All right, folks, 2-minute warning. 2 minutes, and then we're going to wrap this up. I'd like to say thank you very much for everybody jumping on here. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing, Skinner says. Yeah, man, that's right. But I'd like to thank everybody for jumping on and helping me pass the time here on this 30-minute DOT break. Thanks, DOT. It really ain't no big deal. It's just, you know, I guess it could be worse, right? Man. But thank you, everybody, for jumping on and chatting with me. I really appreciate it. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe. I'd love to have you. My name's Joe. I love to do daily vlogs such as this right here. A lot of live vlogs. Richard Smith says, be safe. Thank you, Mr. Smith. Appreciate it. Thank you, man. I love to do guitar-related videos and all kind of stuff in between. If you're interested in checking out my t-shirts, please visit me at thejoewentzproject.com. Scroll up just a little bit and you'll see a hyperlink there for my store. Thank you, Senator. You too, man. And you can look at the store. The store's open 24/7, as anything is on the internet. Check out my shirts. I got a cool selection of shirts, t-shirts, baseball t-shirts, or baseball style tees, hoodies, aprons, if you like the cookout, bandanas, buttons, just all kind of cool little knickknacks, it's there if you'd like to check it out. If not, it's no problem, man. It's no problem. I just like to get the word out there, because if I don't, nobody's going to know. So there you go. So thank you, everybody, for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a great day. Be safe if you continue to go anywhere the rest of the day. Ron Pio says, keep plugging, Joe. Have a safe ride home. Thank you, Ron. And thank you to everybody who jumped in here. My wife, Cheryl, Adam, Center, Ron, Skeeter. Yes, be safe. Thank you, Skeeter. Who else? Who else was in here? Oh, God, I can't remember who else was in here, man. I can't. Old Fritz, there you are. Old Fritz says, and me, man. Don't forget about me. I apologize. Old Fritz, thank you, man. Try those wings, Old Fritz. If you like wings, man, something nice and convenient, try those TGI Fridays wings, man. They're awesome if you like stuff like that. I know they have them in the buffalo style and the and barbecue. They have them in boneless as well. See you, honey. Happy Easter. Yeah, I'm heading out of here. Everybody take care. God bless. See you on the flip side. He's going to make a wing run right now, Old Fred said. Thank you, Old Fred. Appreciate it. Have a good one, y'all. Love you guys. See you later. TheJoeWinsProject.com.